Yeah, when you look at it too, like you guys, Shinedown has Shinedown Nation. You guys have your fans. I'm one of them that have been with you since the beginning. They show
Thank you.
up everywhere you go around the country, support everything you guys do. This song though is stretching over boundaries of music. It's crossing over to all these different types of formats of radio stations and I feel like now a whole new audience over the last few months has discovered Shinedown in a way and is going back and being like, "Whoa, who is this band?" And they're being like, "Oh, these guys are incredible." Have you guys felt that as far as like you're now reaching new audiences and people that maybe didn't know so much, and now they're invested in what you guys are doing because of this song?
We're gonna bring you on tour with us as a hype
Yeah.
man. That's
I
exactly
can do
what's
that.
gonna happen. Dude, for real, man. Thank you for all the support. Thanks for playing the music. But to answer the question, the audience for us, we have one boss. It just happens to be everybody in the audience. And, we have a fan base that I believe, and Zach would agree with me, it's 8 to 80, where anyone from anywhere at any time is welcome, all the time. So I've never looked at it. I don't think the band has ever looked at it when it comes to genres or formats or anything of that nature. Rock and roll is a way of life, in our opinion. It's a spirit, it's an attitude. So it's not necessarily about rock music or rap music or pop music or country music. It's about all music. But when you have a song that you feel is necessary, like Symptom, because I know when we wrote the song, we needed it because it was a song about reflection and understanding that we're all here to work with one another and we need to do our best to build each other up, but we're all a work in progress. So I think the reason why people are connecting with it or they're finding out about it is it's a very real song about, this life that we all live and this journey that we're on it together. And I think that people are just they're gravitating towards the song and being a lot more open-minded to who we are in Shinedown because I think they believe that we're being real about it, which we are.
Yeah, and another thing that was hilariously and in an awesomest way helped you guys was that awesome lady going viral.
Oh,
Oh,
Lori,
Lori.
man.
Lori,
oh
yeah.
my
That's
God.
our girl.
I have never seen you man, you can't find 20-year-olds rocking out as hard as she was at that concert. And it's just so cool that you guys captured that, shared it. And that also, when that went viral, it's been really cool to watch the exposure you guys are getting, or to see that just shows you from kids to people that have been around the world for a while, to put it nice. Like it doesn't matter. Like they're all loving coming to your shows and having a great time, singing along, feeling the emotions of the songs. Like you guys are just flat out connecting these days.
Yeah, man, that video has been hilarious just because, like, my uncle, like, people in my family who I don't even know have, like, in social media or TikTok or whatever, like, have you seen this? And, like, it's like, I've never gotten more text about, have you seen this about something that we've been a part of than that video.
What was crazy about it too is I have to be really upfront. That was a very authentic. I think that's our first real viral moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like people talk about going viral. I was like, no, man. I remember looking at all genres in the songs on iTunes, and we were like number 6, and the record had gotten up to like in the top 15. I was like, what is happening
Yeah,
right
it was
now? Like,
wild.
how did this just like go right back up? And then you saw what was going on. But again, you can't figure out an algorithm. It was just something where somebody posted it and it just took off.
It's been amazing, and like I said, you guys affect so many people. When you see the videos, the music videos, or the concert clips posted online of you guys, I know. It's funny on my Instagram, real quick. I have a 10-month-old son, just born last year,
Congratulations.
and I have this awesome video on Instagram. He absolutely loves Symptom of Being Human. He will stop playing if he's playing with a toy, and I put it on my television and put on the live performance of you guys. He stops from the minute, Brent, you're talking to the crowd, and
Oh,
does not look away until the song's over. He also loves Sound of Madness, which is fantastic. But it's just it
yeah, bringing him up right.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's really cool to see that. But you see those concerts, man, you see couples holding each other, you see people crying, you see people with pure joy at your shows. When you guys are performing at these concerts and you get to look out and experience that from your point of view, what does that feel like to know that your music not only is just so good, but has that effect on people to bring out all these emotions?
I mean, I think it affects us the same way it affects the crowd. There's nights that I'm playing that song that I want to break down in tears. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
think that connection again has always been there between us and the crowd. I think it's
Right.
because we treat our audience with respect, and I think they respect us because of that. I think that you know, we've always been a band that puts the fans first. That, you know, there's, I mean, I know that every band tries to say that, but then you'll see something where like, no, that's, I don't know if you're really putting the fans first in that point, but I think our fans realize that they do come first to us. I mean, that's why we tour so much. We tour more than any band I can think of. And that's the reason we want to take it to them. That's where we built this thing. We built this thing on radio and playing shows in front of people. And so when you can connect and you see, you know, you see a person go through all those emotions. You see them maybe cry during Symptom, but then you see them be redeemed on it when you play a song like Sound of Madness. Like you get to
Right.
watch in real time what you've done connect with you. I always say, you know, we have the best job in the world because even if you think about an actor, right, they make a movie that makes people feel something, but they don't get to be in every theater watching it. We get to watch these people go through the reaction of the song in real time every night live. And there's, to me, there's no better job than that.
No, yeah, you guys have always put the fans first. And real quick, a quick one that I noticed myself. I used to be at a rock station in Youngstown, Ohio, and when you guys were doing your kind of like storytellers tour, you were going to like
Yeah.
places, playing the songs, explain them for people.
Yeah.
We had a really cool station event where we had listeners come out. It was a catered dinner, and you guys got to come out and say hello to them. And I don't know if you guys remember this. You've done a million of
Totally
these.
remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I remembered, I was just sitting back in awe of you guys, is the four you came out, and I've done a million of meet and greets with all kind of artists all over genres, and they come out and they say hello for a minute and they walk off, which is fine. You're busy. You're trying to get ready for a show. I watched the four of you split up and talk individually, and I mean talk to every one of our listeners that were there that night. Ask them how they were doing, about their day, talk about your music, and I just remember being struck by that, the genuine humanality of it, that you guys weren't just there to hello and walk off. You literally walked around the table to every listener that was a fan of yours and took a moment to talk to them. And that's always stuck with me. Just to back up what you're saying, it just, the proof's in the pudding. People talk about being all about their fans. You guys show it. And I've seen it for myself.
Yeah. I mean, I think that for us, like when we do that in those tours, you know, especially that tour was fun because we had more time, I think, on our hands to do it. It was a, kind of a laid back tour for us as far as that goes. But yeah, I remember when we were still doing meet and greets and stuff, like that's kind of how we always do it. Brent and I would start at one side, Barry and Eric at another side, and like really give people a chance to tell us their story and talk to them. Because we've toured with bands that do meet and greets that's like, all right, walk up, photo by, walk up, photo by. And
Right.
like we're never into that, man. Like to me, like if you're gonna people are gonna come and be a part of an event, make it an event, give them some of your time. You know, as I get older, man, I've said this on stage a lot, like, you know, you can get your money back. You can get, if you come to a show and you bought a ticket and you buy a t-shirt and you weren't happy, you can get that money back eventually. You're gonna make that money back. Like as we get older, like the fact that, you know, 12, 13,000 people a night come spend their time on us, you know, that they can't get that back. Like that means more to us than anything. So why not give them our time back?
Not
You
to
know what I mean?
mention with the way that the pricing is now, it's like you're gonna get a babysitter, you're gonna like pay for
Yeah.
parking, you're gonna go in if you buy a t-shirt, if you buy concessions, the ticket price. It's like you got to give them everything that you are, man. They're the whole reason that you're there in the first place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I know how busy you are. I appreciate just the time talking to
Thank
us
you
here
very much.
in Canton, Ohio. Congratulations on the success of Symptom of Being Human. We love playing it on Q92, and we look forward to playing more Shinedown in the future. You guys take care, and thank you for what you
Thanks for
do.
having us, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you.